Is this game truly worth the time and effort, or just another cursed tale better left untold? Tainted Grail. The fall of Avalon throws you into a decaying world inspired by Arthurian myths, but this isn't the Camelot you're used to. Everything is cursed, corrupted, and crumbling. The land is being swallowed by a mist known as the Wordness, and you're one of the few trying to survive and uncover the secrets behind the fall of Avalon. The atmosphere is one of the strongest parts of the game. It's dark, heavy, and emotionally gripping. Choices you make throughout the game shape your experience, and not always in ways you expect. You might think you're doing something right, only to find out much later that it led to a grim consequence. And yes, this world isn't kind. Most endings won't wrap things up in a pretty bow. Exploring Avalon is both exciting and dangerous. The world is open, and you can go wherever you want, but be warned, some places are better left for later. Locations are filled with hidden quests, dungeons, and mysteries. You often find yourself going off the main path, getting pulled into side stories that sometimes end up being more compelling than the main plot. However, this openness can work against you. With so many quests active at once, it can be easy to get overwhelmed. You might feel lost with too many threads to follow. Some quests will have to be abandoned just to maintain focus and sanity. Also, there's a lot of moving back and forth across the map, especially in the late game. Without a specific skill that can reduce travel time, this backtracking can feel like a chore, especially when you're forced into random encounters every time you enter a location. Combat in the Fall of Avalon is a mix of real-time swordplay and strategic planning. You can play how you want, as a brute force warrior, a stealthy rogue, or a spellcaster. The flexibility in character builds adds replay value. But it's not just about swinging swords. Your choices in dialogue, skills, and even quest completion all affect how you progress. You can build a character that excels in avoiding fights, persuading NPCs, or casting powerful spells. That said, early on, it's really easy to make mistakes. Some decisions can completely change your playthrough, and you might not realize it until several chapters in. Even with preparation and tutorial watching, you could still end up misplaying mechanics. The good news, it gives you a solid reason to replay the game, knowing what to do differently next time. This game doesn't hold your hand. Decisions feel meaningful, and consequences come fast and often. Even small choices can lead to major outcomes. Unfortunately, randomness sometimes plays a part. Certain big moments come down to a dice or coin roll, which can break immersion. Making a major decision only to have it ruined by a bad roll can feel frustrating and unfair. Thankfully, as you progress, the game does offer ways to minimize this randomness. Another issue is the adventure book, a core part of the game that drives quests. Sometimes the instructions are too vague, making you guess what to do next. You may need to use online forums or guides to figure out how to proceed. The visuals match the grim tone of the story. The world is filled with eerie forests, decayed villages, ancient ruins, and mysterious shrines. There's a constant sense of dread in the environment, and it works. Voice acting and music elevate the storytelling. The haunting soundtrack and quality narration help make even the slow moments feel important. NPCs sound believable, and dialogue often carries weight. The game is long, and you need to pace yourself. It's not built for quick sessions. If you're the type who likes to do every side quest, you might find yourself losing momentum. At times, the amount of walking and slow progression can test your patience. But there's no denying the replay value. Because so many outcomes are based on your choices, playing again with a different approach gives a fresh experience. You can go back with a better understanding, make smarter decisions, and explore new story paths. Once the campaign ends, it may leave you feeling empty. The game rarely rewards you with a happy conclusion. You might walk away feeling like all your struggles only led to tragedy. Still, in some ways, that fits the tone of the world. Avalon is not a place of heroes. It's a land of survivors, mistakes, and consequences. If your ending feels especially dark, it may be due to some earlier decisions you made. That can be tough to accept, but again, it makes for an honest and brutal story. So, is it worth playing based on demo? Tainted Grail. The Fall of Avalon is not for everyone. It's a deep, sometimes overwhelming experience full of complex systems, tough choices, and brutal outcomes. If you're looking for a polished, casual RPG with a happy ending, this isn't it. But if you love rich world building, meaningful decision making, and the challenge of navigating a cursed, unforgiving land, this game delivers. Just be ready for a few missteps along the way. The learning curve is steep, some mechanics are vague, and the dice-based randomness can get in the way. Yet, If you can push through the rough edges, you'll find one of the most unique RPG stories in recent years. If this review helped you understand what Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon is really about, take a second to drop a like and consider subscribing for more breakdowns of the games you're thinking about playing, whether you brave Avalon or decide to stay out of the mist. Now you know what's waiting on the other side.